Hey folks, Dave here, and welcome back to the Backyard Battlefield. This is my real-world firearm series, and like many of these videos, it's inspired by one of my favorite games. Today, I have a Springfield M1A battle rifle. This was one of my favorite rifles back in the DayZ mod. I loved it back then, and later also loved it in Arma 3. I always wanted to own one. In this three-part video series, I'm going to take this famous historical battle rifle that's still in use today, and I'm going to turn it into a designated marksman rifle. Here in part one, as you can see, we've got a bit of an apocalyptic theme going on. I'm out here with Edgar, who also played DayZ with me back in the day, and we're going to go out here in the woods and put the just standard rifle through its paces. Just the iron sights, very old school. This M14, although my civilian version is called the M1A, was an attempt by the US military to replace multiple guns, the BAR 1918, the M1 Garand, and the grease gun. This rifle is what they ended up with, and it holds a couple of interesting records. It holds the record for the shortest amount of time as the official infantry rifle of the USA at only 5 years in the 60s, but it also holds the record for the longest serving rifle overall. It has an even longer service life than the Springfield 1903. The M14 is a battle rifle, not an assault rifle, because it's chambered in a pretty sizable round, 7.62 by 51mm NATO, more commonly known as .308 Winchester, and it's fed by 20-round magazines. What we're going to do first is I'm going to go prone, and we're going to test the Battle Zero. I've got 3 targets, small ones set up on that silhouette target. We're going to try to put 3 shots into the black. It's right at 25 meters. If we're on the black there, then we're also on zero for 250 meters. It's called a Battle Zero because it works for both and it's quick to set up. What's that?
Low, about 2 inches low, but in the middle, center.
2 inches low.
It's low. Same as X spot.
So we're just a little bit low then. I'm going to adjust slightly to the left. I'm going to hit a couple of those zombie targets.
Pretty sure you have 2 bullets through this.
Yeah, 2 through the same hole, you think?
Yep.
Yeah.
And right here, you had 2 bullets as well. Those are 2 bullets.
I think the left to right was just me with different pulls. I had a couple where, because we're actually downhill, the way that we're shooting, my shoulder wasn't very tight, so I think it shifted as I pulled. So I think we're very close to Battle Zero. Left to right, we are on it. Maybe just a tiny, tiny bit low. But that'll let us shoot up close like this and at 200 yards. This rifle first caught my attention personally while playing the DayZ mod of all things, because it hit really hard, it was accurate, and as somebody who loves history, it was a really interesting combination of the old and the new. You've got a magazine-fed rifle with a cartridge that's still used today, but you have the exact same iron sights used on the M1 Garand, and like the M1 Garand, a really, really beautiful walnut stock. I've always wanted one. You see them in footage about Vietnam and stuff like that. Never had the opportunity to buy one until last year. What I want to do with mine though, is to turn it into a marksman rifle. The iron sights are amazing, but I want to actually mount a scope on it, as well as correctly mounting a bipod, not here in the drain plug in the stock, but actually correctly milling out this front strap loop and installing a rail mount for a bipod. So I want to do a bipod, a scope mount, and a scope, along with a cheek riser to get your line of sight down the scope. I want to turn it into a marksman rifle. The reason I went ahead and actually bought this, my personal excuse was, it already had part of the scope mount installed. I had the rest of it at home, but that saved me some gunsmithing and a little bit of money. I believe this piece right here, the base plate for the scope mount, it mounts where you normally have a clip that you could feed the top of the magazine. You can tell how old this design is because not only is it magazine fed from the bottom, like this, if this bottom base mount for the scope were not installed, there's actually a guide piece so you can take a clip with 10 rounds or so and push it into the magazine from the top, so you don't even have to switch mags if you just want to top off quickly. Next up, guys, I'm going to do a shoot and move so I can finally take off this stupid vest. I've got 20 rounds, actually 10 rounds of full metal jacket. That's for the paper targets. We've already learned we're not going to use those on the steel. From there, I do have 20 rounds of soft tips for the steel targets. Where did it go? Oh wow, it's all the way on the ground. We're out. The results of the shoot and move are about as expected. Our thin zombie head pistol targets have gotten a couple of holes in them, so this is probably the last time that we're going to shoot them with rifles. And from what I can tell, almost all of my shots on the silhouette targets did make it into the black, although I was drifting a little bit to the right, which usually means a harder trigger pull than you want, but not too surprising with how much I was moving around. Either way, definitely a lot of fun. Next up, it's going to be Edgar's turn.
Let's do it. Let's have fun. It's a lot of fun. It kicks really hard. It seems really easy to kind of like acquire the aim and fast. And I like it. I like it a lot.
Any thoughts ahead of time, Joel, seeing you're up next?
It's really front heavy.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how that's gonna feel actually shooting it.
Did you knock it off?
No.
It's still there.
All right, we're out.
All right, so what do you think?
Yeah, it's really front heavy. It shoots accurately. I mean, definitely. It's really easy, just like I think Edgar said, just like it's super easy to target, but man, I can see definitely you'd have to use this a lot to really be able to hold it and fire for a good couple minutes.
Special thanks to Patreon backer Life for helping to support this video. He got to pick out a target for it, and he chose pineapples. So, I got 2 of them here. We're gonna line them up and do a penetration test. I have a feeling that the M1A can definitely penetrate both of them without any issues. And then I have a 3rd one that we're gonna hit with tannerite, which Edgar is mixing up for us right now. Pineapple dust, that's all we're gonna have left. These rifles were known to be really versatile. So, I'm gonna take it out here. We're gonna hit some medium range targets and a couple of those pineapples, and then finally, some tannerite. The worst part about shooting out here at the ranch, you're always shooting downhill. It's the most awkward thing. Now our 2 pineapples. I'll burn these bags with this barrel heat.
Nice.
Holy crap, that was better than I was expecting. One thing you gotta watch for too, it's very easy to get your hand up towards the operating rod. You wanna keep a more forward grip. Nice!
Saw beans going everywhere. Just to the right of it.
To the right?
Yeah.
Woo! That's on the top of the pineapple. All right, Joel, I'm gonna go for the a couple of shots on the bowling pins again. I'm gonna destroy these things. They're not holding up very well. Oh wow, yeah, these bowling pins don't make great M1 targets. They're getting torn to shreds. Yeah, you can tell where the M1 hits are. That's dead center too. We completely decored it. Stem is gone. That's refreshing. Now our second pineapple looks like it was a glancing hit. That's still mostly good. Now our can of beans was still up there until the tannerite went off. As you can see, dead center of the can, horizontally and vertically. Beautiful. Ah man, I love this rifle. This rifle saw a very limited introduction as the standard infantry rifle, but it's still in service in the US military and multiple other countries' militaries today. And the reason for that is, with optics, it is capable of some pretty surprising accuracy, even at very long ranges. So to wrap up this first part, we're gonna shoot at long range with just the iron sights. Now for the close range shooting, I went for the cheap ammo. Just some WPA, poly performance, non-corrosive, but still steel-cased Russian ammo. A lot of people are horrified about putting, you know, cheap Russian ammo through a very nice Springfield rifle, but it's not gonna tear it up. The extractor will be fine. By the time that I damage the extractor, I will have saved so much money by shooting cheaper ammo that I'll be way ahead of the game. But for long range stuff, we are gonna pull out some nicer ammo. I've got some German, let's see, where's an open box here, some German brass case 308, really nice looking. We're gonna use that for our long range shooting. All right. I can see it swing before I hear the ding. That's wild. To the right again. I scooted forward on the table. Bye, GoPro. No hit. I walked it off there at the end. Again, that's a 12-inch gong at 200 yards. It is incredibly accurate, more so than I am. But it's pretty easy to see why this rifle was a favorite among the troops that used it. Hit lower right.
Lower right.
Yep. Hit upper right. Hit.
It's so accurate. Anything else is you, like pulling the trigger, or swinging or breathing.
Nice.
Hit to the right. Good level though. Hit to the right.
That delay is amazing.
Miss.
I heard the brass jangle.
Hit to the right.
Nice hit. I want to do a final wrap up here with Edgar, who I brought out to help me out. He was my bandit for the Daisy intro. Edgar, what did you think of it at close range and then at long range?
I love it. I really do. Like Joe was saying, it's a little bit heavy on the front, but
yeah.
I love the sights. I love the how accurate it is. It's really, really simple and easy to kind of like quickly get your aim in sight and pull the trigger. The trigger feels nice. It doesn't feel like heavy or
yeah.
I love it. I love everything about it. It's simple. It's
now you're not as big into history as I am. No, I don't think. But like, what do you think of the style of it? Like, I think it's a very classy looking rifle too.
It is. Like, I'm into the modern type of guns.
Yeah, yeah.
And I love like when they look like shiny and stuff, like metal.
Yeah, yeah.
But honestly, like this does like look really, really nice. Like the wood it's like simple and clean. I almost want to just put it into place and kind of keep it there just for like show and like showing history. But I love the look of it. It does look, and I think that like the plastic on top of it, like it does make it look a little modern.
Yeah,
like kind of like a mix between the two. But I didn't expect it to perform as well as it did, and it really does.
It's amazing that, like, I was worried that I have to really practice with these iron sights. This is only the third time I've ever taken it out and shot at the gong, and even going quickly, the amount of shots that both you and I and Joel got onto the gong was amazing. And like the recoil is really not that bad either. As long as you've got it tucked correctly, it's completely fine. Compared to the M95, which felt like a punch in the shoulder, this is a very, very easy to handle platform, I think.
Yeah, at the beginning I was feeling a lot harder, but then I just kind of like put it snugger in my arm, and then shooting over there, it didn't feel really as bad as it did in the beginning when I was kind of getting too used to it.
Edgar, thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Joel, for coming out and being our film master. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for part 2, when I'm going to do the terrifying parts of this project and actually take the rifle apart and get a tool and cut some out of the stock here for the bipod. I'm terrified to try that. I love this rifle, it's beautiful. If I crack that stock, I'm gonna give a video of me crying for you guys to enjoy. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.